Adventures in Pixieland presents your daily energy reading. Today's astrological forecast for September 7th, 2023 is the waning crescent moody moon in fun-loving Gemini, square illusionary Neptune, retrograde in dreamy Pisces, with a void of course moon at 6:22 p.m. EDT. That planet of illusion in relaxed Pisces squaring our emotions will likely leave us feeling drained. Take some extra time to rest today. Today's Elder Futhark Daily Rune for September 7th, 2023 is Laguz. Laguz. The letter L, the meaning water, associations, flow, emotions, water, renewal, life, energy. Today, your focus is on your emotions and honoring how those feelings affect the flow of energy into your life. Today's daily romance angel oracle card for September 7th, 2023 is Make the Effort. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're being guided to take. You received this card because some action steps on your part are necessary in order for your prayers about your love life to be answered. The angels have opened the doors for you, and now is the time for you to walk through them. The first thing that comes to mind with respect to taking action is a good starting place for you. When you ask for spiritual help, you'll always receive it. Often this help comes in the form of intuitive guidance, which consists of repetitive feelings and thoughts. You get the sense that you should do this or that. You receive this card as a nudge to actually take that action. You then receive the next prize or a piece of the puzzle, meaning another intuitive message about what to do. If you like, you can ask the angels to give you the motivation, courage, time, and energy to take these steps. Know that each one brings you closer upon the pathway to great love. Today's Daily Fairy Wisdom Oracle card for September 7th, 2023 is Fairies. Card 20. Fairies. Spirit Realm. Sprout your wings today. This card represents the realm of fairies and the fairy within you. If this card comes to you, it reveals an inborn ability to tap into the spirits of the mystical realm. You may find that you are enhanced with an otherworldly, magical, fairy-like quality. You may come from a long line of fairy ancestors, carrying the bloodline of these ancients. Others may notice something just a bit different about you. The word eccentric might come to mind of some who are acquainted with you. But do you care? No, and that is just how it should be. You may see, hear, and know things others do not. Administering healing energy may be your talent. There is a special twinkle in your eye. These are the eyes that can see fairies and communicate with all the elementals. You work with the heavenly as well as the earthly spirits. You are a gifted person, intuitive and capable of easily channeling the energies of the universe. Remember to always use this power for the highest good. Always ask that you be guided in its use, that no one comes to harm through your ministering. Remember to keep your ego out of your spiritual work. Therein lies your downfall. Give credit where credit is due. Spirit does the work. Your chant? I joyously embrace my uniqueness. I embrace all that comes from Spirit. I allow Spirit to move within my being and to assist the growth of others as well as myself. I know that all healing comes from Spirit, and I graciously accept the gifts bestowed upon me, and as such, I only bring honor to the name of Spirit. So be it. Today's daily starseed oracle card for September 7th, 2023 is Loosen Your Grip. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction. Let God in. We're cyclic beings. And Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and seasons. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to often are those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people pleasing, the things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for the fear of its not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you are being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up your control. Release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it may stay. But you can be sure that it's for you. And what's for you will find you. And you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. Your starseed soul inquiry? What are you clinging to for the fear that nothing is going to come to take its place? Today's daily Priestess of Light oracle card for September 7th, 2023 is Setting Boundaries. Card 30. Setting Boundaries. Threshold Protection. Honor. The Priestess of the Threshold holds her hands up with the palms outward, projecting a field of protective light before her. The strong and stately snow leopard, who lives a solitary life in the highest reaches of the mountain, looks over her shoulder, standing guard. This card brings you a message of both caution and encouragement. It's time to take an honest look at the boundaries you've set. How do you view your importance in your own life? Are you sacrificing your priorities and self-care to prioritize the needs and wishes of others? Are you putting up with demands, dismissal, marginalization, or even disrespect from the people in your life? If so, it's time to put up your hands and say, enough. You may have been allowing others to cross your personal threshold and invade your time, energy, or space. But this card is telling you that you now have the power to shift that pattern. Start to set clear limits today and make yourself a priority in your own life. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. When you do, you finally receive the respect and prioritization that you've been longing for all along. Your affirmation: I choose to make myself my own priority. I have the power to set boundaries and honor myself always. Your daily energy reading for September 7th, 2023 is the astrology is telling you to get some more rest today. Laguz says your focus should be on noticing how your emotions affect the flow of energy around you. The romance oracle reminds you if you want a relationship, you actually have to do something first. The fairies ask that you embrace your uniqueness. The starseed oracle asks that you go with the flow. The priestess of light oracle reminds you you need to give to yourself first. So set those healthy boundaries. All right. So definitely pay attention to how you feel around other people today. That feeling like you might need a rest might have something to do with the people who are also around you. And yeah, sometimes if you want a relationship, you have to do something first, i.e., relationships take work. Everybody around you is going to do things a little bit different than maybe you would do them. That's okay. You have your uniqueness, they have theirs. Yes, go with the flow. If the way they want to do something doesn't make a difference in your life, like if it doesn't create any extra work for you, but it's not the way you would do it, then maybe just leave them alone and let them do it the way they want to do it. Don't try to micromanage everybody around you. And but also sometimes those healthy boundaries is that action that we need to take in a relationship. We might need to check somebody today if they're trying to micromanage us, but we might also need to be open to listening to someone else in case we're trying to micromanage them.